like she really lost. But obviously, our main villain wasn't going to let it go so easily. So she looks at the spilled coffee and screams, pretending she got burned. Obviously, our protagonist would help her. So he goes to the pharmacy and buys bandages to treat her fake burn. She gets super happy that he's at least giving her a little attention because of that fake burn, and for the first time, she feels like she's really falling for someone. And while he's there, focused on her hand, she says her heart is racing because he's holding her hand. He quickly gets up, lets go of her hand, and says he's leaving. And the deluded girl believes he's just embarrassed before he leaves. She returns his phone and apologizes for her behavior. He just turns his back and walks away, while she stays there all love-struck, really thinking he left because he was shy. Poor girl. So deluded. Later, at Chohee's house, Ajin arrives completely desperate, worried about her friend's injury. And Chohee just asks her to speak more quietly because she has a terrible headache. Ajin notices that the bandages on Chohee's hand are very poorly done and asks to take a look. However, Chohee remembers the moment when Junwoo did those bandages and quickly pulls her hand away. Our protagonist thinks she's just in a lot of pain, but she covers it up by saying she's just scared of someone touching her burned hand and realizes she has to be more careful not to reveal her true feelings. She quickly changes the subject and asks what that delicious smell is coming from what Ajin brought. It's a little bun that Ajin herself made as soon as she found out that Chohee was injured and brought it for her to eat. Her friend is happy because she loves Ajin's buns and tells her friend to go to her room to watch Netflix and eat. Of course, she was going to pretend to be sick just to make Ajin do everything, and that's exactly what she does. She says her hand is hurt and asks Ajin to set the table so they can eat. While setting the table, our protagonist notices that the trash can is in the way and decides to move it. But when she looks inside the trash, she sees something that looks like a pink portable charger. As soon as she picks up the charger, she sees her name written on it and realizes that this was her old charger. Not fully understanding what she's seeing, she asks Chohee why her portable charger is in the trash. Chohee was admiring her bandages from Junwoo and forgot that she hadn't taken out the trash. The evidence was still there. Obviously, the protagonist keeps questioning and asks if it wasn't Junwoo who threw it away. Why would it be at Chohee's house? With no idea what to say, Chohee just stares at Ajin while trying to come up with a solution to get out of this. And then she decides to say that, actually, she picked it up after Junwoo threw it in the trash. She said she was passing by his house and noticed in his trash bin something pink that looked like a portable charger. Since she thought it was really heartless of him, she decided to take the charger from the trash for her friend. But the lie doesn't last long because Ajin knows that Chohee doesn't like touching dirty things. She keeps trying to say she only did it because it was something important to her friend. But even though it usually seems like Ajin easily falls for Chohee's lies, this time it's not going so easily. She insists, saying she did it thinking about her friend even though it's something she hates doing, knowing how important it was to Ajin, and just hadn't returned it earlier because she couldn't find where she had put it, and claims that she is feeling extremely